Sheget and Dak, Erar Ebad, Datan Midor, Kilrad Istrath, Deler Kadat, Sheget and Dak, Nullish.
Well, hello you bearded bastards, and welcome back once again to Thestar Saxul, Crimsontrumpets. Right at the moment, it's the 23rd of Moonstone, 244, early winter in our second year, coming right up on our third, and the concerns are starting to mount. Remember, we just had some necromancers show up, a pair of them, and that could have really been a bad attack too. They were pretty foolish. Ultimately, I think we were pretty lucky to put these puppies out here. Imagine if those necromancers got down into the fortress and brought back some, a dead body or something. That would not have been good. Of course, alternatively, they could have brought a whole bunch of zombies too, and that would have been equally terrible, if not worse. But that's okay, we're getting on top of that, because now, right now, we have 17 warriors. Granted, they don't all know what they're doing quite yet, but they're getting there. The silver clubs are actually looking pretty good right now, but the silver spears have a long way to go. Additional note, we do have spears for them now. More than enough, too. So all our warriors are fully armed and armored. Now onto some Crimsontrumpets updates here. Work is continuing down far underground in the second cavern layer, where we're building the second bridge. Yeah, it's starting to get there. Have a ways to go though. I'm not too sure how far I want to take this thing up to the north here, but I'm thinking it's gonna have to be up to at least where that last ramp is ordered to be carved out. Yeah, it's got a ways. It'll work out for us in the future though. It'll be worth it, is what I'm saying. Just gonna take some time. Really, when you get down to it, we're still doing fine up here with our tiny little hallway fortress. Though that being said, we just ran out of beds in here, and so we're carving out another bedroom chamber right down here. It's gonna be an exact carbon copy of that last one. Just gonna arrange some beds around the sides there, and yeah, that'll pretty much do it. Oh, that's interesting. It looks like our groundbreakers have just discovered a downward passage in the second cavern layer. And if that's what I think it is, then it leads down to the third, which is where we're trying to go, remember. Okay, well I guess this is it over here. Can't really make out what's going on. I guess we did suggest going out and exploring the caves a bit. This would be a perfect opportunity, I'm thinking. Just always have to keep in mind there are threats out there, like that giant bat that we had encountered. Remember that? Well, there's another one over here, dangerously close to our fortress. Just gotta keep our eyes out, no big worries really. We're getting more and more warriors by the day. Hey, okay, got some good news here. Just finished up 20 copper chains, so we're gonna set some dogs up on the surface and they'll be permanent lookouts from this point forward. At least we'll be safe on that front. On the subject of our dogs, we do have quite a few of them now. It'd probably be worth it to train some of them as war dogs, don't you think? Yeah, that'd be smart. We'll get straight to that. On a different note, it's the 3rd of Granite 245 right now, early spring. We have just entered our 3rd year. And so soon we can expect to see those damn elves again. And I'm gonna tell you what, if they start with their crap, their, hey, don't cut down our trees crap, specifically, then we're gonna have problems. I'm telling you right now, we're itching for a fight over here at Crimsontrumpets. Best not to push us. And speaking of tiny, foolish creatures that could not easily stand up to a dwarf that are making very bad decisions, down here we can see a Krundle. In the second cavern layer, looks to be a few of them, messing around over here on the bridge, interrupting our workers. This particular one's pretty injured right now, just because I think somebody hit it. These are not strong creatures at all. But despite their size, they do have large claws and horns. Pretty much like a really nasty and potentially dangerous cat. Primordial relatives of kobolds, Krundles are scrappy underground pests with a penchant for annoying those who invade their homes. But despite living terrifying lives as prey for larger threats, Krundles make do as best they can. Living in large family groups, Krundles are known to lay anywhere from 5 to 20 eggs per clutch, and do so year-round, making them prolific breeders indeed. Krundles are also well known for their mating chirps, similar to that of some birds, but they also have a small array of other sounds they make to indicate discoveries, dangers, and other such things, found in the caverns beneath the infinite domains. Hopefully gonna get some people down here to take care of the thing. I guess the biggest danger that could come from something like this is that it knocks off one of our dwarves off the bridge here. If that happened, then there'd be trouble. It's a pretty long ways down. Oh, you know what? This little bastard just crawling out into the caves, like that troll crawling up the side of that stalagmite. Remember that a while back? Yeah, this little creep's doing the same thing. Fine, get out of here. Actually, you know what? Krundles aren't too bad. I know we haven't set up any cage traps yet, because we're a fortress of fighters, but if we manage to get our hands on some Crundles, they are prolific egg layers. I just saw a body part go flying by this Crundle, and having a look back up here, it looks like one of our warriors did, yes, in fact, take care of a Crundle. Excellent. Oh, and the other one. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, they're not difficult creatures at all. Yes, here we go. Up on the surface, it looks like the elves have arrived once more. Looks to be a few more of them this time, too. At least one more. Again, I'm not too sure if we want to do any business with them. We'll play it by ear. As I had said before, the only thing we could really hope to get from these bastards is a really cool war animal. Giant grizzly bears would be excellent. Some sort of panther or a cat or something. Let's see what they brought. Nope. They brought a goose, a mountain goat, and a giant fly. Useless. Okay, yeah, come on in, you bastards. We're not doing any business with you, though. Looking down here in this granite layer, we just finished digging out this long ring, because remember, we were looking for cassiterite, so that we can make tin, so that we can make bronze. But we found nothing at all. Might help to make some more crisscrossy corridors through there, really get a good look. Of course, there are a whole bunch of other granite layers, too. Might be best to spread out even farther. Hey, there we go, looking up on the surface, some more migrants have arrived. Okay, very cool. Give them a second here to come onto the map. Look at this loser here. A dwarf bush shaker necromancer. I don't think so. We are going to expel you. Get the hell out of here, you loser. Any others? Damn necromancers. Oh yeah, there is another. Godin, a blood taper. Get the hell out. Wow, okay, looking back up on the surface here. That wave just finished coming in. That's gonna be quite a few, I'm thinking. Oh yeah, we're up to 50 dwarves now. That wave right there, even without those two necromancers, added 16 dwarves to our population. It's a good thing we just got this new bedroom carved out. Plenty of space for everyone. I'm going to note too, it really doesn't seem possible to me even that a dwarf could seem satisfied with just a bed as their bedroom. But like over here we could see Mebzuf, who feels blissful after sleeping in a good bedroom. And that bedroom is one of the beds. So yeah, they don't hate it. Pretty bizarre, but it's working out completely fine for us. Something else I just remembered actually is that since our population is now 50 dwarves, that means we're gonna have an army of 25 now. We'll have the silver clubs, the silver spears, and we're gonna start a new squad too. And they're going to be the silver hammers. Gonna try to get a good array of weapons in our military. Certain weapons are good at certain things. And because we only have silver, really the smart choice to use as a weapon would be hammers. Maces are okay, but they're, they don't carry as much weight. That's what some people say though. I tend to not listen to people so much.
For as legendary as some of their feats may seem to the outside onlooker, dwarves of the infinite domain are mainly creatures of habit. Along with constructing their fortress homes in the same fashion time and again, some dwarves will insist upon living their lives with such things as efficiency and safety measures in mind. This lifestyle is fine and good for those dwarves too meek to look glory in the eye, but heroes know that those who act in foolish ways and come out on top time and again are the only ones that history remembers.
And that'll do it right there. 5 silver hammers. That is exciting, isn't it? Now then, back to the fortress. And I've just noticed something here. It seems Crimsontrumpets is going through a bit of a leadership struggle at the moment, and I'm not sure if I like it all that much, frankly. Right over here we could see Tobel Nilesmelbil, one of the silver hammers, one of the dwarves who just recently arrived here at the fortress, that last migrant wave actually. Remember, that wave took us up to 50 dwarves, which makes us eligible to have a mayor. What I think happened is that all those migrants in that wave were friends with her, and so of course they voted for her. And so technically right at the moment, she rules the fortress. And yeah, I don't care for that. You can't just yank the leadership away like that, especially in such a tricky manner, Technically it works, but that's not how our fortress works. Yeah, how crappy is that? Demanding their quarters and their furniture. They've already mandated the construction of rings. How about you slow your roll there, sister? Now, I'm just trying to figure out what we could do to decide who should be the winner, well, right now we have some kangaroos, a giant bat, and a troll, all in the area. We could have a giant bat hunt, but it looks like the thing is down here in the caves by this water. It'd be kind of hard to track down. We could also have them hunt down kangaroos, see who can get the most, but that would be kind of silly, too. I mean, who'd want to win control by chasing down some kangaroos? That'd be ridiculous. Of course, then we do have a troll over here in the King's Hall. That'd be interesting, don't you think? What we're going to do is send them both out to kill this troll, and whoever lands the killing blow will gain control of the fortress. And I think this is how we're going to decide leadership from now on. Feats of strength. Maybe we'll have some more interesting ones in the future. Yeah, let's see how this goes. The troll is heading northward, up towards Crimsontrumpets. Sauntering down along this bridge, it seems a little unsure. We have another wounded dwarf in the area. They'll have to be careful till someone can get here. Yeah, the troll doesn't seem to know what to do. It seems to be thinking about going into this new bedroom chamber over here, probably destroying the beds while it's at it. Be careful, dwarf. It looks like this other dwarf is just walking past the thing, no problem. And the troll, yes, is checking out this bedroom. Do not be fooled, these creatures can wreak some chaos, especially to unarmed civilians. I am a little surprised it's not overturning the beds, something that a troll would definitely do in most situations. Yeah, this particular one does seem fairly calm, admittedly, but again, don't be fooled. Okay, I just saw that dwarf there. The dwarf and the troll went running off in different directions. Yeah, this really is a meek one, I think. Again, don't be fooled. They can be extremely dangerous. Oh, here we go. Okay, Adder is coming in. Here comes Adder with her mace, clubbing at the thing. Okay, there we go. Excellent. Tobel's nowhere to be seen. The troll is down right now, unconscious and dead. Hell yes. Oh, and there we can see Tobel, actually. I have the game paused, but Tobel was making her way down. Almost made it, too. Very close call. Sorry, Tobel. I don't know what to tell you. They may have voted for you, but you're not going to be leading this place. And so we're just going to replace Tobel with Adder, who has no relevant skills, but is certainly very strong. Long live Adder. May your rule be mighty. Yeah, if someone could scoop this troll out of here, throw it down in the caves or something, that'd be just excellent. Thank you. And now then, since we have a mare, we're going to be carving out some bedroom chambers for her. Adder's bedroom's going to be right down here, out in the caves, away from the actual fortress. It could be a bit of a dangerous place, but I think it's don't work out. It's not too far away. If I zoom out a little bit, you can see right over here is where the king's hall is. There's just a stairway that leads up. So yeah, it's not bad, just making do. Also, you notice this other chamber down here? This one we also dug out inside of a stalagmite. This one here is going to be a farmer's guild hall for the Mint Company. It's the farmer's guild, and now they want a guild hall. So that's where we're going to put that, out in the caves. Figure there's a lot of plants out there. We don't actually have any farm plots. We have no crops growing in Crimsontrumpets, but we do a lot of plant gathering, so that'd be a great place out there. And so yes, we are going to approve this, trying to get the place nicened up a bit. We're actually, we have a lot of work orders right now, trying to make some more armor, shields, weapons, a lot of furniture. And I'll tell you, whenever we do find the place where we're going to build our actual fortress, we're going to be all set with furniture. That'd be kind of nice, I think. Gonna have to bring it all the way down, but it's a fair trade-off. Yeah, and while we're down here too, a little update on this second bridge. I think we're going to take it up, probably to this ridge of stone that juts out over here, and then maybe start going down there. We'll see. Really, when you get down to it, the longer the better, just because, it'd be nice to be able to shoot ballista bolts straight down there, down to the south, you know? Just kind of impaling anything that tries to go down that bridge. Certainly going to take some time. Remain patient, dwarves. Oh, hey, you know what? I just remembered I said we were going to go explore the caverns a bit. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. You can see we just recently carved out a couple of tunnels and built some bridges over here. They lead through the stone and over this water up to the north. We haven't had access to anything but this little floating islandy part out here this entire time, but now we can actually look around. So let's get to it. I think we're going to take out the silver clubs. They're our most skilled group right now. Besides, they're not currently training, because they do have a fair amount of skill already. It's good to see. Oh, I just noticed here we have a giant cave toad in the area. It's by that bridge. This could give our warriors some trouble, that's for sure.
As many underground animals tend to be, giant cave toads are enormous, predatory creatures who can pose a serious threat to those traveling below. One of the toad's greatest strengths is their warty hide, which serves as an excellent camouflage against stony backdrops. Of course, this hide is also of great detriment to the toads, as it is often much sought after and harvested by intrepid dwarven cave hunters. The hide of a cave toad, despite its irregular surface, is well known to make terrifically strong loincloths, truly a boon to any active warrior of the Attic of Horns.
It's by that bridge. This could give our warriors some trouble, that's for sure. Maybe we should avoid coming in the area right now. Oh, okay. Too late, I guess. Oh, it's badass. Good job, dwarves. Gotta make sure nobody fell in. Okay, yeah, we're good. One wrong step and a dwarf can go in that water, and that would be the end of it. Hey, would you look at that too? Adder was the one who killed it. She's really doing very well with that mace. But yes, now it's time to start exploring the caves. Actually, I am pretty interested to see where those amphibian people went. Remember that? We saw them right at the beginning, kind of peeking out of the darkness. It seemed like they were in some sort of trouble. And here they are, right up here on this ridge, all dead. Looks like there are 4 of them, all partial skeletons at this point. That was years ago now. Not too surprising. well, let's move on, dwarves. Man, oh man, we do have some wide open places out here, that's for sure. Better places for a fort than we currently have, but not quite deep enough, I don't think. And really, I guess that kind of does it for the whole northwestern quadrant. Not much else up there. The entire rest of the area is blocked off by water, but it's good that we've explored this. Gonna have to start cleaning it out a bit, making it easily traversable, that sort of stuff. Need some good tunnels in here. We'll get to it. Have a look here, up on the surface again. Looks like another necromancer was caught trying to get into the area, but it was spotted by one of our puppies, now a dog, full grown. Oh, actually there was 2 of them. Again, just like that last time. And I believe these are different ones too. Well, here's hoping they run away just like those last ones. One of them did, but another one popped up. Oh, these guys are tricky, I'll tell you that much. This one seems to be just kind of hanging out here. I'm not too sure why. Makes me kind of wonder if there are others in the area. Oh no, it just ran away. Okay, well that's good. Very close call for the necromancer. You can see I sent the warriors out just as soon as I spotted them, but they're returning home now. Those little creeps. Yeah, we're gonna have to get some more dogs out here, that's for sure. Speaking of which, you can see I set up these little areas. They're just little areas of like wooden planks on the ground with a rope or chain in the middle. And to each of these ropes or chains, we're attaching a war dog, which we do have now. And we're just gonna put them all around the area, so there's not gonna be anything sneaking in. Ever. No chance of it.
The muscular hounds of the Attic of Horns are the ever-faithful companions of many a dwarf. Originally thought to have been bred from wolves, it's now thought that they are the descendants of hyena, found around the branded barbs. This lineage accounts for their particularly hefty build and unusually abrupt, high-pitched barks. It's because of this last trait that these hefty hounds are known by many humans as hop dogs, a name that dwarves dislike intensely.
Oh, that's cool. Having a look down here in the King's Hall, you can see a dwarf who's in a strange mood, and it looks like they just claimed a mechanic's workshop. This is Bloodbound, a blood taper, and it looks like they're getting straight to it, going and collecting some random bits. Looks like whatever they're making is going to have a base of garnierite, the ore of nickel, so not too interesting. It'll look nice, I'm sure. You know what, I mean, it's a mechanic's workshop, so I can pretty much guarantee this person's going to make a mechanism. Makes sense. We'll just give him a second here to see what happens. Okay, and here it is. Bloodbound like hot goose gash, the silver club / blood taper has created Does Locast Assas Mess, a garnierite mechanisms. She claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor Zuglar Tomb Amused. Does Locast Assas Mess, smeared butcher, the rapidity of creatures. This is a garnierite mechanisms. All craft workmanship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of rectangular garnierite cabochons. On the item is an image of Erush Conflict Bodice the dwarf and dwarves in birch. Erush Conflict Bodice is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Erush Conflict Bodice to the position of Baroness of the Attic of Horns in 158. Okay, fair enough. I mean, it's extremely high quality, this artifact here. Nigh indestructible, just due to its craft workmanship alone. Kinda shocking. We'll have to keep that in mind. We're not going to be building any traps or anything, but we're bound to be using something that's made of mechanisms before long. And when we do that, we might want to use this one right here, if for no other reason than to boost its quality a bit. Now then, we are starting to run out of time here, but I'm thinking the dwarves of Crimsontrumpets are starting to look for some serious trouble. We want stuff to happen, and at this point, I mean, we have 25 warriors. They're not, admittedly, they're not the best skilled dwarves, but still, I think they can handle themselves pretty well. So, what I want to do is take Tobal here, that one that was elected mayor. She has some really good speaking skills, a great persuader, and so what we're going to want to do is take her and the other 4 silver hammers and send them out somewhere. How does that sound? This will be a dangerous mission, but it'll either stir up some trouble with our neighbors or get us some extra stuff, which I think would be pretty cool. So I'm gonna have a quick look around here and just see if we could find a smaller goblin pit in the vicinity. Well, I'm not seeing too much except for this place right here. The Dark Goblin Pits of Sinful Beach, right here on the coast. Isn't that apt? It has a population of about 10 that we know of. There could be a bunch of animals there, including trolls, which would make it very dangerous, but it's impossible to tell at this point. What we're going to try is to raid this site, and we're not going to just raid it. I want to see if we can demand ongoing tribute. We're going to go in there, tell them to give us tribute, and if we're successful, every year they'll send us a caravan of just goods. It's a good place to start anyways. We'll send out the silver hammers, hoping they come through for us. Yeah, that's pretty exciting, huh? Unfortunately, we are going to have to wait until next time to see the outcome, but I'm feeling pretty hopeful about it. Looks like they're headed out through the caves too. They must know a path through the tunnels. A secret back entrance perhaps. Excellent. And with that, my bearded bastards, I think we're going to switch over and start talking about some behind-the-scenes things now. And I do have some things I'd really like to address, so let's get straight to it. I started noticing, like, maybe halfway through this episode that it seemed awfully similar to the third episode. Last episode. Like, awfully similar to it. I'm starting to get a bit concerned that, like, okay, well, I feel like this series is kind of slow going right now, which I don't mind. I'm sure some people don't mind that. But I'm afraid that if it doesn't pick up at some point, it's going to start getting boring, you know? Like, I don't want to force things to happen, but I feel like sometimes you have to a little bit, or else, you know, it does get boring. Whether you like it or not. I had a series recently, Scorched Fountain. I'm sure a lot of you have seen that. But, you know, that's what I kind of did in there. I was content to just kind of let it go by itself for a while. I'd like to avoid that happening. I'm still having a lot of fun playing this fort. Now, we're talking about some behind-the-scenes things right now. And, you know, when I do that, I kind of just record footage from the fortress, whatever. And a couple, like, we're still talking about behind-the-scenes things, so no pictures quite yet. We're gonna stop it right here, but something just happened. A vile force of darkness has just arrived. Right as I was talking about wanting to have things pick up. That is exciting right there. Hell yes. Oh, it's so cool. Having a quick look down here to the south, we could see a bunch of goblins. Maybe 7 of them. That's really cool. Okay, well, we're gonna have to save that for next time. Bit of a cliffhanger here, but yeah, that's good. Also, what the hell? The silver hammers have returned, too. Let's see how they did. Hey, excellent. We have secured tribute. Fantastic. We'll go into more detail next episode. Very cool. Yes, so anyways, as I was saying, I was afraid of this series getting a bit samey, but I don't think we're going to have that problem, frankly. Very good to see. Other things I'd like to address. Let's have a second here. Oh yeah, last episode I said pecan wood at some point. Apparently to some people this is a grievous crime, but it's called a dialect. I'm on the East Coast, a lot of us out here say it that way. Pecans, not pecans, or however you're trying to get me to say it. Bastards. Love you to death. Anyways. Oh yeah, one of the things I noticed in this fortress, like, on the subject of it moving kind of slowly, like, it is moving slowly. Like, right now, it's about 2.5 years old, and usually when I play fortresses, we're kind of like banging through our projects, no problem. But one of the main differences here is that half our population is in the military, so we only ever have half the workers that we normally have. I think that's a big part of it. Really trying to train them up, and for good reason, too, as you saw, we have the goblins up there. But I should also mention once again that I don't really mind things going too slowly. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing next episode. Maybe, you know, we should ask the dwarves what they want to do. I think that'd be cool. We haven't done that in a couple episodes. I'd really like to keep doing that, but things have been moving so slowly that we really haven't had a need to. Still trying to work on the previous requests, you know? So yeah, we'll definitely do that. Anyways, yeah, wrapping it up. My bearded bastards, thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it, and I certainly hope to see you next time here in Thestar Saxul, Crimson Trumpets. And until then, you bearded bastards.